Hello, y'all. Welcome to Bam Bam Raw TV. I'm Bam Bam, aka the 411 Giant. Hit that like button, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you know when my next video come out. Now, on this episode here, we're going to talk about what people ask me about. Sometimes they ask me about, man, what all that time you did, almost 28 years, and all them other time in the state going on, man, what you think about your health and your sanity? And actually, my health is I got I got bullets all in me. I got bullets in my hip, still broken in two pieces. I suffer from quite a bit of pain. They give me gabapentin and all this stuff here, but I can't really take pain medicine. So that get to the point where people ask me, well, how do you deal with the pain? Shit, I mean, I ain't got no choice but to deal with it. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, a lot of stuff happened to me as when I was in jail. I've been stabbed. I stabbed. I was held in restraints. I'm the longest man ever to be held in restraints. I was actually held in restraints for 40 days, and 12 of those days I was in full point. The other point I was there, but I can't feel nothing in my hands. I go through different therapies and everything going on. None of it seemed to be working. None of it affected my eyes because they sprayed so much of that OC and left it in my eyes without cleaning it out. I got a form of glaucoma, which is the light mess with my eyes because my corneas whatever, they've been scarred, and I've had 5 surgeries since I've been out on one eye and 4 on the other one. And people still ask me, how do I feel? How am I doing? Number one, I feel good that I'm not still incarcerated. Number two, sometimes I have problems trying to figure out that. They actually, my parole officer, when I was on parole, they had recommended that I go to a psychiatrist. And I went and seen the psychiatrist, and I listened to what they said, and I understood what they were trying to tell me, and I didn't understand. I understood what they were trying to tell me, but I did not understand what they wanted me to believe. I didn't. Dave was telling me, "Oh, well, you feel this kind of way. This why you do this here. You got PTSD and you got all this here. I ain't got none of this here. All this here stuff kept me alive. Everything that you telling me to dismiss kept me alive for 28 years in the federal system. And now you want me to discard this here. Well, okay, well you don't. I don't know. I don't like taking medicine. I'm 60 years old. I don't like taking medicine. So you argue with me that I need this medicine, and I'm telling you I do better without it. Now you get me, and I see the psychiatrist and everything, and they tell me the PTSD or whatever, and so they tell me all this here, and they say, okay, well, you got a drinking problem. And I said, yeah, what the problem I got? What kind of drinking problem do I have? I mean, cause I need to find out what's going on. She said, well, that's why you drink. You drank. She said you drank. It was a she. She said you drank to forget. That's why you do it. You drank to forget. You did all that time, and you did all this, and you drank to forget. And then I said that, and I told her several times. I said, no, ma'am, I don't know. I can't agree with that. Well, no, you just feel sad and you're going on. No, ma'am, I don't think I can agree with that now, but it ain't gonna sign the check. I said, I drank to remember. And she didn't understand that. She said, what you mean remember? I don't, if somebody else drank to forget, I more power to them. That's not why I drank. I drank to remember a time when I was a young man going to private school, didn't have no running in with the law. All that changed when I got arrested for a car burglary that I didn't do. I went to reform school, had juvenile life, and I did 2 years on something that I didn't do. And I had a disdain for the law and the authority and the justice and peace and all this stuff that they say they give us. I didn't have any respect for that anymore. So what I drank to remember is when I was that dude going to Leeds private school, going to Notre Dame, both of them being private school, being one of the top people in my class, being skipped up from one grade to the other. I would have graduated at 16 years old. I got out of reform school. I got my GED in reform school at 17, and then came back out and got it again, just for the fun of it. That's what derailed with me. And so now, do I drink? Do I drink to forget? No, I drink to remember. I want to remember those times. I want to get back to those times. I want to see that somebody who would be like me, I want to see them make it. I want to remember how I should have did and what I could have did, and I want to see somebody else do it. So I don't want nobody else derailed. But, I've seen a lot. It happened to a lot of us. So I seen the psychiatrist till I got out. Till I got out parole. As soon as I got out parole, shook my parole officer and shook her too. But nobody can understand that kind of pain. She told me about when they put me in restraints for 40 days. And I went over some of it. I'm gonna do a little documentary on it. I went over it, but she could not relate to what I was telling her. Do you understand having people waterboarding you, pouring water while you laying on your back, pouring water down your nose, and you feeling like you finna drown, and your hands is bound, there's nothing you can do. You don't know the feeling. Or you got that pistol bad that you can't hold it, and you piss on yourself. You piss on yourself, and what they do, they come in, they start laughing. They start laughing. They open it in USP in Lewisburg. They open the window on you, and the piss that's going down on the side is froze on the side of the bed that you laying in. And they laughing. They putting on their coats before they come in there laughing. Only time they're going to clean you up, allow you to clean up, is when the warden is making rounds. When the warden making rounds, they're going to run in there. Hey, come on, grab him, go grab him. Do this here, wipe him up, put him up. The warden know they just did, but he going to play the game. Hey, Richard, you need to use the bathroom? They just let me use it. I couldn't use it for a whole week, but I got to use it today. Okay, well, you used it then. I said, yeah, but what about, well, you used it today then. That's the game they play. When I do that documentary about that, I'm the longest man ever to be held in restraints in the federal system. I won the lawsuit against them folks and the thing they did to me. But one thing they didn't do to Bamm. Before he left John, they didn't break him. Trust me on that. Look at my paperwork. They did all because I wouldn't hurt a mental patient. I wouldn't let them put an idiot mental patient in there with me, and then I end up killing him. And then they was gonna do me like they did Motown. Motown, they forced the dude in there. Motown killed him. They gave him a life sentence. Tried to give him the death penalty. I wasn't gonna play that game. I don't do nothing to mental patients. I don't do nothing to children. I don't do nothing to women. Certain people we don't do nothing against. We're not gonna be a part of that plan. But that's how it worked out. So now when I deal with what people say, how did you tolerate this? How do you feel about this? How you do it? My emotions, everything that I went through, I analyzed it in my brain and I did what I had to do. I have no regrets. I have no regret for catching more time. I have no regret for stabbing people. I have no regrets for getting stabbed. The only thing that my mind ever go back to is before then. Before then. So I don't drink to forget. I drink to remember. When I was that little bitty dude going to private school, one of the smartest ones in the class. That's why I drink. 800 G. All right, much love. Hit that like button, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you know when my next video coming out. Hey man, love y'all. Finna get some stuff out here for you. Finna go through my reform school days. Then I'm gonna go back to some of the men that I have left out. I've been talking to men from all over Eon. I've been talking to Tough Slim. I've been talking to men from all over La. We finna get this thing together and I'm start popping them. Finna start having some men come down. And they finna come down to the studio or else I'm going to them. But we finna get some more content on this thing. Alright? Much love. Hit that like button, subscribe, hit that bell icon so you know my next video coming out. Alright? Peace.